Ladies and gentlemen, right here on your number one hit music station representing Nigeria in our best way, who doesn't take nonsense from anybody. I'm talking about the one and the only Jenni Yo is in the building. What's good? How you doing?
Good. I am good. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm blessed.
You got to be blessed. And the truth is, you've watched all the housemates go in the house, right?
Yeah.
What is it for you? You know, sometimes you get out of the house and you realize, like, is this how these things are taken? You know, what are the part that really shocked you when you stepped out? Because the truth is, when you watch the show, you think, I'm never going to do that. Yeah. So what are the things you did that you never thought you were ever going to do and you did them?
Yeah, lashing out on TV. Usually when I saw people do that, I'm like, control yourself a little bit, control your emotions. And then being there and understanding that you're in a house with 23 other characters. That's what I'd like to call them, characters, personalities. You're just like, yo, like, this is actually insane. This is insane. Your emotions are high. Everything you're feeling is like intensified by 10. So it's like, I lashed out a couple of times. I let my emotions get the best of me. But we're humans and we make those mistakes and we feel like we're allowed to feel. And sometimes when we feel, we lash out. And that's exactly what happened with me.
Now, who do you say, if you had a chance to big brother right now and you didn't want anybody in that house the day you were going in, you would have told them to lock the door, I don't want that person in the house. Who would you not want in the house? At all?
Oh my God.
Who do you not want in the house at all?
Yes,
if you had a chance to lock that door and take the keys.
Man, get that man Miracle out of there. He's too overly calculated for my liking. Get him out of there. Get him out of there.
Oh, really? Is that honesty right there?
It's 100%.
So what? You feel he's playing the game, he's not being real. He's just playing the game.
He's playing the game in a very sick way. He's playing the game and he's using his emotions to almost like bring people in. You're crying after you lash out. You're telling it like he's trying to take over, and it sucks because people are believing that he's genuine and all of that. And shout out to Jenni O that saw beyond it and knew what I was fighting for and arguing with that. I knew I wasn't crazy, and I saw beyond all the BS. And he's really full of it. He's obsessed with.
Oh goodness! Person. You know, there's some questions I don't want to ask you, Jenni, but it's my job to do it, right?
Listen.
First, the thing is, there's a lot of way people judge people, regardless of anything.
Yeah.
What is with you and hair, actually?
Me and hair. You said hair?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's this speculation that I have Olivia's wig, and I don't have her wig, 1. 2, as women in the house, first of all, if anyone knows me, they know that I do not share wigs. I got so comfortable in that house that we just all put our wigs in a rotation, where it was like, if you like the wig, go pick it up, or whatever. And Olivia being someone that I consider my sis, I wore her wig, and I think there was a conversation that was had with her and someone else where she felt like she couldn't get her wig from me, and side talk, just not communicating.
So it wasn't
properly.
a big deal doing that?
It was not. Like, it for me, first of all, I don't even do that. So the fact that I did it, that's a regret. Like, I have an ultimate regret even borrowing a wig from her. But it's funny because it was like the same person that's talking collected wig as well. Do you understand?
So that's what I'm asking. Was it a thing you guys do?
It was a thing we all did in the house. Okay. Like, there's people in the house wearing other people's wigs as we speak right now. Do you understand? It wasn't a big deal. It kind of seemed like she wanted to make it a big deal, but then never addressed it with me. And that's why I felt it was an issue, because I felt like, as my friend or someone you considered your sister, you speak up and you communicate with me properly. You don't need to cut corners. I'm not gonna bite you. It's your belongings, it's your stuff. Why would I fight you over something that's yours?
Straight up.
And I had wigs. Like, I have a whole wig line. I just didn't feel like installing frontals. That was my issue. So and it's funny because there was days where after 7 p.m. you'd see me with my bonnet on or a scarf. There's times where I've taken off my wig in the living room free as a bird. Nobody was gonna stop me. So for me, it was almost like I felt she just wanted to say something. But then again, am I going to say she's not my friend because of that? No. When she comes out, we'll speak on it and go from there.
Honesty right there. The thing is, people and their fans and their stands, right? And I'm sure you probably have gotten the same thing with Cosi fans.
Oh, Jesus, they've chewed me up, you guys. Cosi's fans, they have chewed me up.
But you honestly don't like Cosi.
I don't. Okay, so the thing is, I don't care for Cosi.
Why?
And her strategy was just, it was too much. It was getting overwhelming. It was too much for me. It wasn't even too much for me. It was boring at one point. It was the same repetitive drama. See, there's one thing to watch it and there's one thing to live in it. You guys are watching it. You're not watching it for the whole 24 hours. I'm living in that 24/7.
So would you think, Jenny, some people might have termed it as jealousy? Because maybe she gets the attention from some of the guys.
Yeah, but the thing is, I didn't want any of the guys that she was.
Really? You wouldn't have dated anyone in the house?
No, Yemi was like one of my guys, like one of my padis. Do you understand? I despised Miracle, and who is it? Tabang. Tabang is like a little brother to me. Do you understand? So for me, it wasn't even about it wasn't anything like that, because I just didn't gravitate towards her, and it's okay for me not to gravitate towards somebody. It's 23 people in the house. I don't have to come in there and be friends with every single soul. I think people have this misconception of, you have to be cordial with everyone. It's 23 people. There's some people I'm just not going to speak to naturally. And there was times where she would cry about a certain situation. I'd be like, stop crying or things like that. But I think one thing I kept true to myself is that I wasn't playing in her face. I would talk my shit and still not be in her face. Like, I don't do that. If I talk bad about you, I would not be in your face at all. And I feel like a lot of people in that house do that, but it is what it is.
Do you have regrets on anything you've done in the house? Do you have any regrets?
The only regret that I have is just, not taking a step back when I wanted to react and think about my reactions before I actually reacted. Apart from that, I was 100% myself. So I have no regrets for that.
Okay, so this is off the box, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're in a house and you were not dating any those guys.
No.
And there are guys from different, background.
Yeah.
They have a different type of knowledge. And so are you saying your dream kind of guy was not in the house?
No, I walked into the house and no one stood out to me. Not saying they were not attractive. Everyone is attractive in their own way. I just didn't gravitate towards anyone in the house.
What kind of man would you date? Straight up. So describe your own dream man. Now, if I was going to pick anybody for you, I would think you will be, drawn to Marvin.
Marvin, no. Marvin was cool, but
so who was close to the kind of your dream man in the house? Pretty close.
Pretty close?
Okay, not pretty close. Who was close?
Who was close?
Yeah.
I definitely like a low key man. First of all, low key. I like people that stay to themselves with their women. You feel me? And I felt Kanaga was definitely close. But then that was also my guy too. But if I was to choose anybody, I'd choose him. But the age also, and he had a thing for Tati, and I respected that as well. He had mad respect for her, and they were just doing their own thing. They just
So you loved that couple, right?
I loved. Nobody was in their business. They did their own thing, and they stayed out of the way. And that's how it should be. Do your love and not have everyone else in it.
Who do you think is going to win this season?
Who
would you love to win this season?
I'm rooting for. I'm rooting for my best friend, definitely Black Boy. I want Black Boy to win all the way, bring it home, bestie. But there's people. If Black Boy doesn't win, if Yvonne could win, if Tabang could win, bring it. If Yemi could even win, bring it back. You understand? I think these are people that have really good personalities as well. Tabang is small but mighty is what I call him. He's a force to be reckoned with, and I think that boy has so much potential, and I would love for him to win if he does.
Okay, that's good. I mean, honesty right there. The good thing is when you go into a show like that, expectations are pretty high.
Yeah.
And then you come out and then you say, where do I really start from?
Yeah.
Do you have an idea of exactly what you want to do? And I'll tell you why. I'm asking this question, Jenny, because a lot of people come out confused.
Yeah.
They started their life, they wanted to be something. They get in the house and that changed.
Mm-hmm.
You get it. But do you know what you want to do when you're out of the house? Do you know what you're going to be doing for the next few years of your life?
Yes. I have an idea. I was given a platform, and it's time for me to use that platform that I was given. Obviously, people saw that I was opinionated, I was loud and whatnot, but people also saw me cooking, and people saw me talking about music a lot. And those are two things that I love. I have a passion for cooking, and I have a passion for music. I could talk music for hours. So going into the direction, I do have, I review music actually, and I have a podcast on that. So going ahead and trying to figure out ways to capitalize off of that. And getting this cooking on the road, whether it be if I'm getting a restaurant started or, having a cooking show. So things are things are cooking, ideas are brewing, and like this, my mouth of mine, I feel like I need to be talking. So getting on somebody's radio station and talking my stuff.
And that can happen, I can tell, right?
So,
I mean, if you're getting the energy in you, I like the fact that you're very confident and you say things with your full chest.
Yeah.
You get it. And for me, sometimes people can actually misunderstand that to think that you're rude and disrespectful.
Yeah.
Maybe which you can be sometimes, right?
I could be, but it comes off of, so I was born and raised in America, yeah, and a lot of times we had to defend ourselves and just keep that guard up. So because we were told that if you let anybody get into you, it's almost like don't let anyone don't let anyone be you. Like, I don't know if I can say that word on radio. So don't let anyone make you seem like you're weak or anything. So automatically, I've always had my guard up, and I've always felt like if you try to intrude in my peace, I have to be on defense mode. And obviously, I wear my heart on my sleeves and everything like that. But especially if you try to make me seem stupid in front of a lot of people, I go off. And
you're going to get it.
And I'm human. And sometimes that's not the best reaction. Sometimes it is to step back, cool off, and think about your reaction before you actually react. So I'm human. I'm a human being. I'm working on that. That is one of the flaws that I have. But it's just, I just have this defense.
Your walls are up,
my
right?
walls are up, and I just always want to defend
It's
myself.
all good. I hope somebody can jump over it one day. Thank you, Jenni, for coming on the show, right?